Welcome to tuberchat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. We've got another extremely busy start, as I see already in the chat, so thank you so much for everybody, especially who's coming early. I'm actually going to do something special before I do anything else. I like to welcome everybody. By the way, today's featured channel is Chickily Beauty, and we're going to talk about that in a quick second. But Declan Fans 2020, I did notice that you struck up a conversation in the chat and kept everybody engaged before I got in here. So thank you very much. I've got you on the wheel already. So thank you again, everybody, for coming in so early. PA, you support everything that I do, and I really do appreciate that. Mr. and Mrs. Annabalo, one of our members, I've already seen you in the chat as well. So let's get you in here. Jaden Sue and the Murphy family are gold and silver members, and therefore they are always in the wheel when we start the live stream, whether they're here or not. But I know that Jaden just walked in as well, so thank you for that. Just Vlogging Life, thank you very much, and for your kind words. Lovable Rogue, it's always good to see you. Michael's Adventures, hopefully you're going to meet a lot of friends and family members again. I have another account on which I'm running you again. And if anybody wants to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, Michael's Adventures is willing to do that along with a lot of other channels in the chat. And you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and you'll find other creators will reach out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements among yourselves independently, of course. McCoy Family Channel, thank you for coming in. Hiking with Walter, we're going to do something for you to make it a little bit easier for everybody to find you. And in just a moment, I saw that you said you recently changed your name. A Poet Unleashed, good to have you here. Thank you for coming back in. Designs by CAD thanks for coming in as well. And I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Donut Toys and Games, it's always good to see you. Thank you very much, and for wishing everybody a great day or a nice day. Kristen Welton, my love, is here. She is also a member, so she will go onto the wheel. Right away. And Sexy Too Much for you, Coleman. Always good to have you in the house. Thank you very much. That Blue Moon, it's wonderful to see you. So thank you for coming back in. The same thing that we did for That Blue Moon is something that we're going to do for Walter in a second. Food Fight Showdown, it's good to have you in the house as well. So thank you. Sol P Motors, it's always good to see you as well. And Loyal Grow Show, good to have you in here. Thanks very much. Embracing Everyday Realities, thank you for coming in. Oh, someone said the S word. Oh, Jaden. I got to, what was it? Let me see if I can find it. So I have an incredible banned words list, which doesn't allow you to type a lot of things that we don't want to see. So you don't have to worry about it, because everybody in tuberchat is so unbelievably respectful all the time. And I really do appreciate that. I probably don't say it enough, but it really is important, because you make the job of myself and especially my moderators so much easier. That's why we don't have to have a lot of moderators here, and everybody can focus on growing their channels. But if there's a word that's not in there and I have to add it to the banned words list, I'll just do that, and that will help. The Daniel Show, good to see you here. And Glow Touch Styles, I think this is your first time with tuberchat, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you like to at all. Just please meet people one by one. Take your time with it. You always must go first, and the instructions are at the bottom of the screen, but I'll describe the process shortly. D Turner Gaming, David, thank you for hanging out, and hopefully you'll get a few minutes to meet some friends and family members before you got to work today. Black Nuru Diaries, always good to see you. And the Essence of Sonia is always here with us, so thank you very much again. Yeah, I'm going to, actually, That Blue Moon, I'm going to do something similar to what I've done for you for Hiking with Walter, so that they can be found a little bit easier. Bright Creations, good to see you. That's another creator that's willing to swap playlists. They're getting very, very close to their 4,000 hours. So if anybody wants to swap playlists, there's lots of creators here in the chat willing to do it, including the Essence of Sonia and Mr. and Mrs. Annabalo. You can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you for the purpose of making those arrangements. And thank you for those of you who've reminded everybody to give a thumbs up. It really does help. And I really do appreciate that. It's me, Wanston. Yes, honey is in the house. Thank you very much. He's been with TuberChat since the very beginning. And we are on episode number 70 today. So thank you very much. So first order of business, let's get Hiking with Walter handled here. So I am using the plugin called Go-To Channel from the generous people at Swap Meet Shops who built this and made it freely available for everybody with Chrome. And I'm just going to get to Hiking with Walter's channel. And the second thing that I'm going to do is open a second window, and I'm going to get into Nightbot, which is nightbot.tv. I'll show you how to add a command like we have for That Blue Moon and Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia Bulldogs, good to see you back in here. Plenty of trick shots. Good to have you here as well. I'm going to get into the process of how we connect here. It's TuberChat, of course, for those of you who are a little bit newer, is not a sub-for-sub network. As a matter of fact, that stuff is very much against YouTube's community guidelines. We are expecting to subscribe to your channel, but everybody else in the chat will be expecting you to subscribe to their channel. So everybody, as long as you're on the same page, as long as you understand that we're all here for loyal and dedicated support, we believe wholeheartedly, every person who takes part in TuberChat regularly believes wholeheartedly in giving more than they expect to receive. But I promise you, if you can do that and be okay with it, you'll get more than you were looking for from YouTube in the first place. So what we want to do is go to commands and go to custom. I'm already logged in, but it's very easy. You just log in with YouTube, and we've got a couple of these commands here for channels that are a little bit harder to find. So I'm just going to call this Walter. And we're going to say, I've got Hiking with Walter. I got to get your URL, which is right here. This is for anybody that needs to add these commands with Nightbot. We're going to add something to the end of the URL because we always do this. sub_confirmation equals 1 after the question mark. And what that will allow everybody to do is anytime, I'm going to put this to cool down 300 seconds. I thought I could do that. Make that a lot longer. But perhaps I'm wrong. Okay, well, anyways, the only thing I ask, Walter, so we're making this for you so that anytime that somebody is looking for you, and Sibin's World, okay, I think that's, we've already talked to you. Hiking with Walter, I've made this command. All you're going to need to do is type this into the chat after I click submit, and your URL will come up. Just please don't spam. I'd like you to use it only when absolutely necessary if somebody says that they can't find you. But there it is. And if you don't mind, Walter, if you want to try that and see if it works. Baby Ree, thank you for coming in. I see you're new here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. Just go one by one, follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Sibin's World, if you want to hang out for a second before connecting to anybody, I'm going to describe the process, and you just have to decide whether TuberChat is something that you want to be a part of your channel. I should have done something else for you there, Walter, but I'll remember to do it after. And Baby Ree, yeah. Forgive me. For those of you who are a little bit newer, Batai MD, by the way, thank you for coming in. And I think I missed another channel. Cresso, thank you for coming in. I see you're newer as well. For those of you who are new to TuberChat, just please be patient with me for a second while I describe the process, and please read the instructions on the bottom of the screen. We don't do any self-promotion here. You cannot ask anybody to visit your channel. You cannot ask anybody to watch your videos. That is sub for sub. There's lots of places you can do that on YouTube, but you can't do it in TuberChat. It won't work. You won't get any bananas here at all. So this is not a sub for sub network, but everybody here is expecting to subscribe to your channel after you have subscribed to their channel. The way we do things here at TuberChat is you make the first move, and then I'll describe exactly how you go about doing that. Here in TuberChat, we take things slow. We meet people one by one, and you will find yourself with as many new friends and family members as you'd like for your channel. We believe in loyal and dedicated support so that we can all build our channels on a strong and solid foundation with creators that are going to come back and watch your videos and give you comments and give you likes, not just today, but in the coming days, weeks, months, and hopefully eventually years. So what we do is leave a single emoji of any kind next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. It's not enough to watch a minute of any video. You must watch a full video, probably 2, 3, 4 minutes long. Once you've done that, you know that it's solid in the algorithm. You can leave a meaningful, genuine comment while you watch of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. It's very important because not watching a full video and not leaving a proper comment can lead to YouTube deleting your connection the next day. I don't want you to meet 10 or 20 new people here and have your subscriber numbers jump, and then you're going to lose half of them tomorrow. And that's the reason it happens. It's not because people unsubscribe. It's because one of the two people did not fulfill the procedure properly. Then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other, and then come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to somebody's name, and that lets them know that you've secured the connection the right way, and then say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily and quickly, and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Got a lot more people coming in the house. David's still here. The Keto Girl, thank you for coming in. It's great to see you. Copper Straight Treasures, always good to have you in the house. Thank you very much. I hope I haven't missed anyone or anything in the chat. And for those of you who are newer, we're all good. But like I said, we just want to take our time. Everybody here in TuberChat is on the same page. But as you hear the stories that I tell over the next 2 hours of the channels that come through the chat, and especially the ones I put on the screen, you'll understand what kind of a loyal and dedicated community we have of true supporters here. And then you'll be able to see very easily how most people would want that for their channel. And then thanks very much, the Keto Girl. Yes, absolutely. Let your love stick here. And Bright Creations, hopefully I welcomed you when you came in. And then for a couple of people who are a little bit newer, Hiking with Walter, hopefully you're good. I wonder if you've tried that command yet. I didn't specifically see it. Maybe I'll do it right now. And then Piereto's Productions. Everybody here wants to dance. The difference in TuberChat from what you might have seen in other growth streams is that here we make the first move. So you visit a channel, you watch their video, you give them a comment and a like, you subscribe to them, and then come back here and let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. We always insist everybody must make the first move. So Nightbot is on the case, and Walter, anytime anybody needs your channel, you can do that. Just the only thing I ask again is don't spam. Please don't use it if you don't need it, but you're free to use it whenever you do. Becky Peters, good to see you. Lady C. Russell, good to have you in the house. And this is Chickley Beauty. She's recently become a member of TuberChat, but she has been back again and again with TuberChat ever since finding us. She also does the featured channels collaboration, which I love talking about all the time. When you put channels in your featured channels list here, on the front page. You're basically saying to your audience and to the YouTube algorithm that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithm that you are worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithms. So if anybody in the chat has added tuberchat or my personal channel to your front page, just please make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. It's nice to see that Chickley Beauty also has a couple of familiar faces here, like Nisha James and Unmasked Lifestyle, who are here with us in tuberchat all the time. Michael and Paula, very good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Rachel Aldridge, good to have you back in the house. And pardon me for 1 second. Kira Welton, my BFF forever, the moderator, is in the house. I'm just going to address something here. If anybody in the chat over the course of our live stream today finds that there's something that I need to address regarding other creators or things that you notice that you want to bring to my attention, you can reach out to me on Instagram at tuberchat, all one word, and I will be happy to do what I can to address anything that we need addressed in the chat. Looking forward to catching you live again, Michael and Paula. Uniquely Lavish, thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as you're still active in the chat, I will certainly get around to everybody. So again, we've got already on the wheel. I should describe how the wheel works. Oh, and Rachel's Place is here. It's a perfect time to describe it. So in Rachel's Place is a member, as is Mr. and Mrs. Annabello and Kristen Welton. So as soon as I see them, they will be added to the wheel right away. For silver members and above, they're added to the wheel automatically whether they're here or not. And then Declan Fans 2020, I added to the wheel today right away because I noticed that they started an engaging conversation in the chat and got everybody going before we even started up today, and I really appreciate that. One of the things that I've been told that makes tuberchat different and why people enjoy coming back here is because of the relationships that start to be built and the conversations that are had within the chat. Brandon Jackson, good to have you back. Jaden Sue is always with us, so thank you very much for coming in. Jaden Sue is a gold member, so they are also added to the wheel automatically, whether they're here or not at the beginning of every live stream, and their link will be dropped every 30 minutes by one of the robots. Lift to Eat, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And maybe what I'll do, I'll spin the wheel right away, and we'll get another channel up on the screen. And Sibbins World, hopefully you're having a good time with it then. I appreciate your kind words. I try not to jump down everybody's throat with rules. I know what it's like to be in a live stream and have that happen from either a host or moderators and stuff like that. Every host has their own rules, and you have to as well for your live streams, of course. But we want to make sure things are fun. The biggest focus, I want you to get everything that you can out of YouTube. And so tuberchat is meant to help. And it only works if I'm actually bringing value to everybody. And then the hope is that once you have 10,000 subscribers or more, I'm assuming everybody wants that and will eventually get there. When other creators start asking you how you became so successful and what you did to make it work, I hope that you'll point back to tuberchat, and then I'll continue to grow as well. Mercy Jacques, thanks for coming in. Let's hold hands. That's the first time I've heard that. We say a lot of silly things in the chat because we can't say I am subscribing to you and I hope you'll subscribe to me, even though that is a big part of what we're doing here. And then no, Brandon Jackson, you don't have to join. You don't have to be a member to be on the wheel. I'm not going to change the way I do the live streams. Everything at tuberchat is absolutely free. The only difference is in the case of super chats or memberships, those people might be able to just skip the line and get on the wheel either right away or get on the screen right away. But that's it. Other than that, I have a robot called Bautissimo, which I'll show you in a quick second here. I keep it in another window off to the side. And what happens is they've got this loyalty system, they call it. It doesn't really matter, but I've got a leaderboard here, and it tells me how active everybody is in the chat. After a little while, this is how I decide how to add names onto the wheel. And then the wheel is completely random. When I spin the wheel and your name comes up, then if you're still here, we put you on the screen and talk about your channel for a quick moment if that's what you would like. But it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting and meeting new friends and family members. Coach Sherry, good to have you in here as well. Family with a Purpose, good to have you back. Thank you for coming in. Black Nuru Diaries, I hope I welcomed you earlier. I know you've been here for a little while already, and I certainly hope I haven't missed anybody. Us Never Them, thanks for coming in. It's always great to see you. Us Never Them crossed their 1,000 subscribers in TuberChat quite some time ago. They actually lost a little bit, and they dipped back under 1,000, but we did a couple things to help them pump that back up, and they are now well on their way. Richie and Vanessa Travel, good to have you back in. Thanks very much. And Ace Flaw 1 just got out of work and came right into TuberChat, so I appreciate that. And I'm glad that it went well today. Ace Flaw 1. So this is Jaden Sue. This is our gold member. He is willing to swap playlists with people, as well as does the featured channels collaboration that I talk about so much with many of our friends. He's gracious enough to have TuberChat and myself, along with Kristen Welton, our dear friend Happy Lux, and the Dude Rocks, who is here with us in TuberChat very often. So maybe what I'll do, I'll move things a little bit faster than I usually do today. Let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen, and then I'll add a few more names to the list. So there's Kristen Welton. That was a close one. Kristen Welton, for those of you who don't already know, she is a member, but she's also my girlfriend. She's in the chat as a moderator as well. Kristen and Kira are always with me. We all three of us live together in Niagara Falls, Canada. Kristen has her own channel and is doing a better job than I am lately of consistently putting out videos. She's doing 2 to 3 a week. She was actually editing a video while I was setting up for TuberChat today. So we'll have some new engaging content to look forward to from her. As a matter of fact, as a note, all three of us are going to go on the zip lines in Niagara Falls tomorrow with another YouTuber, and I'm not sure how many people are going to join us, but I'll be doing that on my personal channel. So if anybody wants to, and thank you, the Keto Girl, for hanging out. I'll have to answer your question in a quick second there, Brandon Jackson. Sorry, I just left a note from my personal channel if anybody wants to connect with me there. And tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to be live streaming out in Niagara Falls. We're going to go on the zip line, so that should be entertaining. I try to go out once a week for things like that. Lord Geo, good to have you back. And Brandon Jackson, would I ever do a colorblind stream, so small YouTubers from your channel? I don't know what you mean by that. Forgive me. I don't know what a colorblind stream is. And then D Turner Gaming, David, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate that. We're going to put D Turner Gaming right onto the screen, as a matter of fact, because he just became a member right now. And then from now on, whenever I see D Turner Gaming in the chat, I will add them to the wheel right away. So thank you very much for that. Oh, yeah, we're expecting rain tomorrow, too. Thunderstorms and everything else. But we've talked to the zipline people, and they said that if that they only shut down temporarily when there's thunder, lightning, or high winds, and then they keep running even in the rain. Rain doesn't scare us. We're going to go anyway. And then they offer refunds if they have to shut you down anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then Lord Geo, I really appreciate it. Yes, we moved the times of the live streams around so that we can meet different creators in different time zones from around the world. But I appreciate the time that you spend here. So thank you very much for that. And hopefully next weekend when I move the times, they'll be a little bit more suitable for you. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit later than today. And yeah, PA, everything's a little more adventurous with rain, I think, right? Mercy Jacques, good to have you meeting people. And indeed, let's roll is a good way of putting it. Jump the Fat, thank you for coming in. I believe you've been here once before, and forgive me for not being 100% sure. I can't remember whether we met outside or if you have been to tuberchat once before, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to. The only thing I ask is that you take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. For instance, David from D Turner Gaming here is well over 900 subscribers, and he is has just become a member of tuberchat, which I'm extremely grateful for. He also swaps playlists. He also does the feature channels collaboration, as you can see over here, and is a dynamic creator with a lot of different content for us to check out. D-Turner Game might not be here this Friday and Saturday. You have some shift work and doing some other stuff. So, yeah, it's okay. As we grow and follow more and more creators, all of us, myself included, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment that you can spend in tuberchat, and I also try to build things outside like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where you can continue to meet quality creators and loyal and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. We also have a Reddit, a subreddit dedicated to ourselves, and a thread within that Reddit where you can meet playlist buddies if you'd like to. And then Brandon Jackson, where was your reiteration on that? Collab. Oh, a collaboration. Yeah, that's okay. So let me go back and see what if I can piece that together. A collaboration stream with small YouTubers from your channel. Oh, if you mean having people on the panel from StreamYard, I'm not expecting to ever do that. However, a thought might be that for tuberchat, I may do... there's always a thought about doing interviews with other creators that are already monetized and things like that, to try to ask them some of the secrets that they would like to give people, kind of like, what would you do now if you had to start over, so that we can help more people. That's a thought. We'll think about doing that. And then I plan to do tutorial videos as well, which will be much different than the long-winded speeches that I give here when we're live streaming. They'll be very clear and concise for things like how to make a playlist properly, how to dress up your front page, make a banner, make a thumbnail, read the analytics, and do feature channels, collaborations, and things like that. So I'm not sure about collaborations here. I do it on my personal channel, and I'm fortunate to do a lot of collaboration interviews and things like that on other people's live streams as well. If anybody actually wants to do that, you can always reach out to me either through tuberchat or myself personally on Instagram is the best, and also Facebook or even Twitter. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. Let's get that blue moon on the wheel. Oh, if I type in the right place here. Hiking with Walter, I'm going to put you back on. I'll put you on the wheel because I didn't, I should have already done it when I had your channel up for a second, but I want to make sure that I connect to you in Designs by CAD Pro, and then I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up, and then I'll see what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Lord Geo, but thank you very much for the time that you've spent. Hopefully you met a couple of new friends today, and we will catch you again probably next weekend. Tomorrow might be too late for you, but I do appreciate the time that you spent. Declan Fans 2020. I did something different today, and I added Declan Fans 2020 onto the wheel right away because I noticed in the chat that they had got an engaging conversation going before we even started. And I really appreciate that because it's been pointed out to me that one of the things that people like about coming back to tuberchat is the relationships that are being built and the conversations that are had within the chat. We're not just connecting, but actually the conversations are what solidifies those connections. And I know you all know what I'm talking about because you feel it for yourself when you're talking to people and having a good time. So There's Nightbot dropping Jaden Sue's link for anybody that wants to connect with him. And Declan Fans 2020 and 948 subscribers. You are so close to that magic number that everybody is reaching towards in getting 1,000. Now, it's not unreasonable, depending on how much time you have and how hard you are able to hustle. You could possibly make that happen just within TuberChat between today and tomorrow. It might be a little ambitious, but it can be done. When I have done, when I hit my 1,000 subscribers, both in my live stream on my personal channel and in TuberChat, we were in Happy Lux's live streams both times. And it was able to happen because people started getting behind the idea of trying to help, and a couple of people actually took their time off to help me do it, which was unbelievable. It just goes along with all the things I keep saying about finding generous creators, and that was what that's what helped push it. That Blue Moon, what do you do? Your watch hours are dropping. Is that because you started? Now, there's a lot of talk out there about hours dropping for everyone, but is it possible that your channel's already been up for a year? Forgive me because I forget how long you've been at this, but from the date that you put out your first video, you are, the way that we chase our 4,000 hours of watch time is in a rolling 365 days. So on the 365th day, you lose the hours from the day 1 year ago that you had rolling, and that keeps happening. That's a possibility. Otherwise, it's just YouTube purging and glitching like it always does. A lot of times when we're doing things like swapping playlists and this and that, YouTube will determine what they consider valid playbacks afterwards. So you might get a lot of views and a lot of watch hours, but you might see them fall back a little bit. You only started in June. Oh, is it that soon? I didn't realize that you'd only been on for that long, that Blue Moon. You're doing fantastic for how long you've been on. So my guess is that that's a part of it then. YouTube is always purging, not to mention there's glitches and things like that. One of the things that can affect everybody's watch hours and views is what they call low quality playbacks. And it has nothing to do with the quality of the video that you're watching or putting the quality slider up or down. What it has to do with is if you're doing too many things at once. So if you're watching a live stream and running a playlist on the same account at the same time, it's possible that YouTube may consider some of those playbacks low quality because they know that a human being is probably not paying attention. It's different if you're on a phone. It's different if you're on a tablet, and it's different if you're on a computer. On a computer, they know you could have 3 windows open and you could kind of be paying attention, but still they're going to determine. And these are, what I'm telling you now are just best guesses. They're not even certain because none of us are Google engineers, and I don't know if they'd tell the truth even if we met one because they don't want us taking advantage of the system. If we knew all the secrets, we might be able to find ways around it. There's the VMAX show. Thank you for coming in. That was our featured channel, actually. Vern's Junk Closet was our featured channel yesterday. And VMAX show is the second channel from Vern's Junk Closet. As a matter of fact, last night I ended up hopping on her live stream for quite some time with her. And we had some conversation about all the things we're talking about right now. We got really into playlists and low quality playbacks and silent live streams and things like that. So that Blue Moon, yeah, it feels like I've known your channel longer than that, but I forget that TuberChat only started in May, so it kind of makes sense. But that's a possibility. There's glitching, there's purging, and things like that. Let's see if I can find Hiking with Walter without too much trouble. If I have to, I'll go back to my there. Is this it? Woodland Adventures? Let's see. Yeah, Hiking with Walter. I recognize the avatar. So now, Walter, let me drop the link for you. Nightbot will drop the link for Walter, hopefully in a quick second, for anybody that wants to connect with them. And then Walking the Spirit Zone, good to have you back. Thank you for coming in. So Hiking with Walter, because you're a new connection for TuberChat, what I'm going to do is I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So I'm going to take one of your videos. I'll take this afternoon hike. and I will add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list in the next 24 hours. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful comment. I will give you a thumbs up, of course, and I will subscribe to you. And in that way, I'll make sure that the connection sticks. And then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So let me spin the wheel, and I'll get another channel up, and then I'll think about adding another couple of channels to the wheel. And thank you, Walking the Spirit Zone. I'm always doing well, especially when I'm running TuberChat. This is my happy place. And hopefully you're doing well also. This is That Blue Moon. MAH Videos just walked in. Thanks for coming in. And I'm going to make sure that Nightbot has just dropped the link for That Blue Moon as well. So as I find the channel, you'll be able to connect with them. 347. So you're actually doing really, really well considering the fact that you just started a couple of months ago. So That Blue Moon is here with us often at TuberChat and is aggressively growing their channel. They do the feature channels collaboration. They're willing to swap playlists with people. If anybody is willing to swap playlists, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and other creators will reach out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements independently among yourselves, of course. Kristen does it. As well as she handles it for Kira. I do it, and there's lots of other channels in the chat that are willing. D Turner Gaming, David is multitasking, so that's cool. No problem. I'm going to add another couple of channels to the wheel here, and I'm going to get you to thank you, The Daniel Show. Thank you very much for reminding everybody as well. Thumbs up, please. We should always be doing that for each other, but I do appreciate it. And as well, if you can share, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Pinterest, or anywhere like that, it really does help the stream. And it pushes TuberChat a little bit farther into the algorithm so that we can get found a little bit easier and meet more creators and then maximize our impact. So Alex the Animator, I think you've been here before. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that. Hiking with Walter, sorry, I'll clarify on swapping playlists. What we're talking about is we all need to get 4,000 hours watch time in order to get monetized. And there's one thing that we can do to speed that up a little bit, and there's a lot of benefit to it. So what it means is you are willing to run a playlist of videos for another creator, and they are willing to run a playlist of videos for you. Now, I know you don't have a lot of videos right now, but that doesn't mean that you can't get started right away. What we don't want to happen is for you to get your 1,000 subscribers and then have to wait months to get monetized. That can happen. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a race, but we'd love for you to get what you want out of YouTube as fast as you want. You're not obligated to sit and watch every second of every video. You don't have to comment and like every single one. It would be nice if you could comment a bit and like a bit where possible. However, you're only obligated to run it. You could do it when you sleep, when you eat, when you work, when you go out. You can even sit and watch the videos if you want to. It's a great way to get to know creators. You could do it in other windows while you're working on your computer and things like that. So you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and you will find other creators reaching out to you. You can make those arrangements here, or it's easiest on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or somewhere like that. Have a conversation. The best part about swapping playlists with other creators, and the reason why I push it so much, is because once you've traded favors with somebody, a friendship can start and hopefully flourish. You will find yourself favoring the creators that have helped you, and you will find yourself being favored by the creators who you have helped. And it makes sense. So what I go on to say about this stuff is that imagine if you had 100 true friends, and I know that we're talking about 1,000 subscribers, but what if 100 of those really cared, really were interested in watching you succeed and helping your channel and watching your videos and giving you likes and comments and everything else? Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if every single video you put up got 100 likes the first day, or 100 views rather? It would be incredible, and that's a great head start for anybody. it's possible to do much more than that, but I'm just saying the concept is we swap playlists with each other. So we've traded favors, we become friends, and this is how your channels grow so strong and solidly. So it's a thought. Nobody's obligated to do that, but if you'd like to, TuberChat is a place where everybody's free to do that as well. And sorry, David, you did ask, can we get the Reddit link? I will put it in the chat. It comes up occasionally from StreamYard, but this is our subreddit where anybody is free to post their videos and milestones, and you can stay up to date if you'd like to be notified there about when we're doing our live streams. It's another free social network. You'll have to sign up, and it might take a couple of days before you can post anything because they're very much against spam and they do what they can. But it's something, like I said, that's free. I use it all the time, and you're able to gain quite a bit of traction over there. And they're living the dream, David. Aviator Zero, thank you for coming in. Oh, did Ben Newton come in? Ben Newton, it's good to have you back. Thank you very much. Sorry, you slipped by me there. And hopefully everybody's having a good time. Jump the Fat is interested in playlists as well. How much is TuberChat? Jump the Fat. So everything that we're doing is free, of course. I'm not going to change the way I do the live streams now that we're monetized. So all of what you see, like I'm going to add some channels to the screen right now. Those are free and this and that. The only difference is in the case of super chats or in the case of memberships, I will let people skip the line and either get onto the wheel or onto the screen right away. But other than that, there's no cost for anything else like any other thing. We do have memberships available. So for $5 a month, it's you get the loyalty badge and the custom emojis that make it a little bit easier for everybody to follow you on social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and Pinterest. But as well, you will, if you have a membership and I see you in the chat, I will add you to the wheel right away. If you're a silver member or higher, you get added to the wheel automatically, whether you're here or not. Like, for instance, the Murphy family. Jaden is here with us, but he's always added to the wheel because he's a gold member. So he also gets his link dropped every 30 minutes by Nightbot. We don't do links and we don't do moderators here. So hopefully you find value in that. Yes, Hiking with Walter, it will be easier to find your channel soon. Same with That Blue Moon, same with Georgia Bulldogs. I find that channels over 500 subscribers, really closer to 1,000, start to get easier found. However, you have popular words in your name. Hiking with Walter is a great name. So the trouble with that is there's probably a lot of hiking channels and there's probably a lot of people named Walter that have channels as well. But as time goes on, it will get easier, especially because you just recently changed your name. You'll find over a few weeks it will improve. In the meantime, at least here at TuberChat, you have that command you can use whenever you need so that people can find you. And then A Poet Unleashed, I wonder if that means your network or my network, but hopefully we're doing okay today. And then Live to Eat, yes, absolutely. TuberChat, everything we're doing is free. I will come out with stuff eventually. I'll have T-shirts and I'll, try to come out with fun things that people can have and do. When I do that stuff, it will be the right stuff. So it will be things that hopefully you'll be happy with and find to be fun. I certainly don't want to push anything down anybody's throat. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be doing this. And there's lots of things you can do to support TuberChat without super chats and memberships and stuff like that, like simply watching advertisements when they come in and sharing out with your friends so that we can get more creators in here and things like that. So I'll appreciate all of that stuff. And in the case of what we're seeing right now from the VMAX show, my dear, dear, dear friend Vern's Junk Closet has given a super chat. So thank you very much for that. So I'm going to add the VMAX show to the wheel right away. And Vern, just like you said to me yesterday, you don't have to do that. It's absolutely not necessary, but it's very much appreciated. So thank you very much. And hopefully I haven't missed too many people in the chat. Alex the Animer is having a good time. Jen J Life, thanks for coming in. Thanks for reminding everybody to thumbs up. And forgive me, I just want to pronounce this channel properly. I hope it's Ritter Learn Realm. Is that right? It's either Writer Learn Realm or Ritter Learn Realm, I think. If I'm pronouncing that anywhere close to right, I hope so. But hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. The only thing we ask is that you take your time, meet people one by one, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time if you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Since we have a lot of new people here in TuberChat today, I should just mention one more time, if anybody in the chat feels that there's something I need to address with regard to other creators either not following through or not understanding, then please just reach out to me on Instagram, all one word, TuberChat, and I will be able to look into it. And PA, thank you again for reminding everybody to thumbs up. Did you do that twice, Vern? Yeah, Vern, you don't have to do that. Thank you, Vern, very much for that. Another super sticker. That's our YT cheerleader. Vern Stunkclad is very well known. She's much loved and very well respected in our community, first of all, but she's known as the YT cheerleader. And she motivates and inspires. She shares all of her knowledge. She's extremely knowledgeable. She has well over 4,000 subscribers and now has started a second channel. And she shares all of her knowledge freely, the same way that I try to do here. She's actually inspirational in the creation of TuberChat. I've been fortunate to know her for 7 or 8 months now. We've become great friends. And like I said, if you wanted to see a bit of banter or an interview between the two of us, I've been with Vern on her channel several times. Last night, we spent a long time talking about playlists and watch time and things like that. You can check that out on her main channel. And the VMAX show is here on the wheel right away. So thank you again for that, Vern. Jen J Life is just hanging out, so that's cool. Thank you very much for that. A Poet Unleashed. Good to have you hanging out as well. And I'm glad everybody's having a good time connecting and meeting new friends and family members. Aaron Hockey, forgive me, you slipped by me there, but good to have you back in here. And Alex the Animator, hopefully you'll meet lots of new friends and family members if you just take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Kid Wonders Gaming and Livestream is another second channel from Kid Wonders Life of Wonder. It's always good to have you here. He was actually the second channel to ever be featured on TuberChat. Oh, Rachel Aldridge was in the chat, so thank you very much for hanging out yesterday with Vern, and I appreciate you being here today then. I always have a great time talking to her, and I love talking about this stuff, but you guys know that. Aviator Zero, everyone wants to bake, so the best idea here is always to go first, reach out to other creators, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Pardon me just for one quick second. And forgive me, but I'm back right away. So we're looking at Designs by CAD Pro. This is another channel that's been back with TuberChat again and again since finding us just a few short weeks ago. Mark Sidebottom. That's an interesting name, but good to have you here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's here to connect, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. Just take your time, meet people one by one. You will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time, if that's what you would like. That girl, Debbie, thanks for coming in. Forgive me for not being sure if this is your first time with TuberChat as well. But again, hopefully you're feeling welcome also. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and thank you, That Blue Moon. I'm always happy when you're here. I did say I was going to add another couple of names to the chat or to the wheel, so I'll do that in just a second. Specifically, for those of you who are newer to TuberChat, the way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat of any kind. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. So that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filter. You want to make sure that it's at least a couple of full sentences, and then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you have secured the connection the right way, and say something about the video that you watched so that they can turn around and find your comment easily, and then do the same thing for your channel. So again, for those of you who are a little bit newer, I want to make sure that you're not going too fast. We want to make sure you're watching at least 1 minute videos. It should be 2, 3, maybe even 4 minute videos. If that's all you can find, you should be watching a video in full. It's not enough to just watch a minute of any video, because you could lose the connection. I don't want you to go through meeting 10 or 20 new friends and family members here today and then lose half of them tomorrow. So yeah, that girl, Debbie, you're going way too fast. So there's no way that you're watching, because I'm watching the time. You can't be, it's not possible to be connecting with everybody properly that quickly. So that's unfortunate. But you won't find success here, because TuberChat is not a sub for sub network. We're very much about loyal and dedicated supporters. If you hung out for a little while, you'll find that I tell a lot of stories about the channels that come through the chat and the ones I put up on the screen, and you'll see what kind of a loyal and dedicated community that we have here. But I understand that that's not for everybody. I should point out, there's been a lot of talk about losing watch hours and stuff like that on YouTube. A lot of times you find a lot of different glitching happening within live streams and stuff like that, messages getting held and stuff like that. Black Nuru Diaries, I think you're wasting your time on that one, to be honest with you. They're not connecting properly. Oh, I'm getting this wrong. Forgive me, I'm just doing something in another window here. And that girl, Debbie, I was hoping that you were paying attention. Thank you very much, Hiking with Walter. And hopefully we'll catch you again. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. It's unfortunate when I have to do what I'm doing, but hopefully everybody understands that I'm going to do everything that I can to always protect the chat and make sure that we only have people in here that are thinking the same way, of the same mindset, that truly want to support others and are truly interested in helping each other succeed. Thank you very much, Becky Peters. It's always good to have you here. Kid Wonders Gaming and live stream. Always happy to see you. I know you've been here for a while. I will get another couple of channels on the screen here. Bright Creations. Becky Peters just left. Black Nuru Diaries. Rachel Aldridge. I'll spin and we'll get another channel up, and then I'll think about adding some more soon. Thank you very much, Michael's Adventures. Always great having you here. As I said, I've got an extra account I'm running you now. Hopefully we're getting those hours up. In Rachel's place is another member. So as soon as she came into the chat today, we added her to the wheel right away. And then thank you, Alex, the animator. So hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. And Rachel's Place is well over 1,000 subscribers. And she also swaps playlists with other creators if you wanted to reach out to her to do that. If you want to reach out to other creators for the purpose of swapping playlists for gaining watch hours, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. And you will find other creators reaching out to you so that they can make those arrangements. And then Christy Agnes, never late. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate every moment that you spend. Oh, okay, Alex, the animator. Sorry, I was afraid that I said goodbye too late and you would have missed it, but it's great that you're here. Shattered Soul, always good to see you, so thank you for coming in. And like I said, in Rachel's Place also does this featured channels collaboration, which I like to talk about all the time as well. So I'm just going to refresh and make sure that we've got lots of, make sure I know everybody who's here before I start adding channels into the wheel. Shattered Souls willing to swap playlists. Oh, Sheriff Buford, it's great to have you back. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate every moment that you can spend. If you have a few moments, I hope you can meet some new friends and family members today, but it's great to have you here. And I'm glad everybody's having a good time connecting. Just refreshing my page over here so that I can see. I use Bautissimo to help me determine how I organize the wheel. Oh, did we not put D Turner Gaming up today? Did we look at D Turner Gaming already? No. David jumped like to the top of the list there, I think. Either that or we already had it up and I forget already. The days get away from me. By the time we're on, because we're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. By the time we get around to Sunday, I can't remember whether we put somebody's channel up today or yesterday. Fire and Air, great to have you in here. Fire and Air Tarot is, I say Fire and Air Tarot because I'm so used to that name. But Fire and Air, who's in the chat here, is willing to swap playlists. If anybody wants to reach out, and Fire and Air, if you want, you could just say, I am willing to swap playlists, and you will find other creators reaching out to you right away so that you can get a bit of that done, like Christy Agnes there. Oak Style, it's good to have you back in the house. Thank you very much for coming in. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members as well and walk in the Spirit Zone. It's always good to see that you're hanging out. A little smiley face tells me that you're having a good time, which is great. Hopefully you're meeting all the friends and family members you'd like. Not on the wheel. Oh, I see. Yes, of course. D Turner Gaming, of course. That I don't know why I get so confused so quickly. But okay, so I'm gonna pull you off the wheel. But thank you for letting me know that. I wondered, how's that possible? How's it possible we didn't have D Turner Gaming on the wheel? And I feel like I just looked at the channel. So I did say I was going to add another couple of. You know what? Let me add. Is there any other moderators in here? We don't have a lot of moderators, but I'll put Kara Welton up. I don't think It's Me Watson. Yes, Honey is still here. He comes almost every single live stream, sometimes longer than others. Nightbot never goes on the wheel. Last podcast before the world explodes. Good to see you in the house. And PA, thank you for reminding everybody to thumbs up. It really does help the stream, so I appreciate that. And hopefully Fire and Air will get some playlist buddies right now. because I know they're willing to swap playlists. Fire and Air is aggressively chasing their hours. So if anybody wants to reach out to them, Fire and Air has been with TuberChat since the beginning, as a matter of fact. D Turner Gaming. I'll tell you what, if you're still here towards the in another hour or so, I'll be happy to put your channel up a second time. But either way, now I really do appreciate you becoming a member. And so now what I'm going to do then is every time you're here, as soon as I see you, or as soon as we start the live stream, if you're here early, then I will add you to the wheel right away. So that's the small bonus that comes from being a member as well. Kira Welton is Kristen's daughter. She's in the chat as a moderator. Of course, Kristen is a member and a moderator, but Kira has her own channel. She's doing her own thing. She does swap playlists, although Kristen facilitates it for her, and then she does the feature channels collaboration. But she's got a lot of dynamic content on her channel, including some flight lessons, some unboxing videos, and a lot of video game live streams. Brian Jackson's willing to swap playlists as well. And Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder always likes and shares on both accounts, so I appreciate that. Aviator Zero, how to get on the wheel. I have a robot here called Botissimo, and it's just like Nightbot and Streamlabs and Stream Elements. And what it does is keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. It's not just about how long you're here, but how many messages you're sending, how active you are meeting new friends and family members. It keeps a running total, and that's how I decide who gets on the wheel, just simply in order by that list. And then the wheel, of course, is very random, as you can imagine. But when I spin the wheel and your name comes up, then if you're still here, we put your channel up on the screen and talk about it for a few moments if that's what you would like. And then, Aviator Zero, we don't have moderators here. If you're here for like 6 months for every live stream and you're sharing every day and helping and thumbs up and inviting people and all that stuff, then I'd consider it. But it's not necessary, because what I really wish for everybody is to be able to focus on their channel. I am best served personally if your channel succeeds. If you get lots of friends and family members here, your subscriber numbers go up, you start meeting people who are truly supporting you in your live streams and leaving you comments, watching your videos, giving you thumbs up and things like that, so that as you become more successful and people start asking you how you did it, then you will turn back and say that people need to come to TuberChat to help get them going. So the whole thing is built that I need to help. And then thank you very much, Richie and Vanessa Travel. Yes, hopefully people will reach out to you on Instagram for the purpose of swapping playlists. I am Queen Amanda. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not being certain, but I wonder if you've been here before. I can't remember if we connected outside or if you've been to TuberChat already once, but I appreciate you coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. The only thing we ask is that you meet people one by one, follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and take your time, and you'll find yourself with as many friends and family members as you would like in no time. So I'm wrong about that. That's okay. So this is your, I'm assuming that means that this is your first time. But like I said, you can meet as many friends and family members as you'd like to here. For those of you who are a little bit, well, we don't do any self-promotion here, though, Queen Amanda. So we don't specifically say, check out my channel or things like that. And Adrienne Villanueva Vlogs, good to see you back. Yusuf Nasir, thanks for coming in. The way that we do things here is to reach out to other creators, and you watch their videos, give them comments, give them likes, subscribe to them, and then come back here and let them know that you've done that. And then they could do the same thing for you. I'm going to have to take some care of something here. Yusuf Nasir, one of your messages got held there. I don't know why that's happening. I just got to refresh a page here quickly. We'll get back to Kira Welton for a quick second. And then I'll look at getting another channel on the screen. I'll wait it out and see if they're going to say anything. Lots of channels come in and then end up leaving right away just because they don't like the idea of, not being able to self-promote and stuff like that. I understand there's a lot of other growth streams out there, a lot of places where people can meet. McCoy Fam Channel, good to see you. So hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members as well. Bright Creations is still in the house and still on the wheel. So I know that they're willing to swap playlists. If anybody wants to do that, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. You will find other creators reaching out to you, probably like Bright Creations right here, who is aggressively chasing those hours. They are 3,800 yesterday, if I remember right. And are almost there. But just please don't forget, even though we only need 4,000 hours, you want to keep going a little bit until you're actually monetized, because it can take a few days. My personal channel and tuberchat each took 3 or 4 days to get monetized. It could take as long as a week, as far as I understand. Brandon Jackson is willing to swap playlists as well. Thank you, Yusuf Nasir. There it is. And let's get back to Bright Creations. This is another channel that's been back again and again with tuberchat ever since finding us a while back. Naturally Told by Mara, good to have you back in. Thank you very much for coming. Hopefully you're going to meet more friends and family members today. Yeah, Bright Creations is getting close, but just needs a few more hours. Adrienne Villanueva Vlogs is willing to swap playlists. And then Lovable Rogue, good to have you back. Zelda Master John, good to have you in here. I know you were very early today, but thank you for coming back in. Vaughn the Real Gamer, good to have you back. Thanks for coming in. So, and what's it called? YouTube here is holding a lot of messages. A little bit of glitching going on again. And Shattered Soul, let's... most of the people who are here, unless they're new, are very familiar with our procedure. Hopefully everybody in the chat, including yourself, is happy with it. So hopefully you can meet lots of friends and family members and are happy with the growth that your channel is getting. I think what Shattered Soul is talking about is to leave a decent-sized comment. So when you leave 1 or 2 words or a couple of emojis or something like that, it's not enough. And what can happen as a risk is that YouTube may take that connection away afterwards. Where I've never seen that before. Promote me. That's amazing. We don't do any of that here. This is not that kind of stream, Unknown. Sorry, this is different from this is not a sub for sub network. Sounds like that might be what you're looking for. Bob C's World, good to see you here. So we don't do any self-promotion here. We don't, it's against the community guidelines from YouTube. So what we do here is promote others and focus on other people's channels. And then we are enjoying the fact that people will come back and do the same for us afterwards. So everybody in TuberChat is of the same mentality. We all believe wholeheartedly that it's best to help others more so than you are expecting back from them. But if you can do that and be okay with it, you will find that you're getting much more back than you were looking for in the first place. That's okay, Brandon Jackson. I don't know if this tip might be able to help you. One of the things you can do is when you've added a video. One of the things you might be able to do is when you edit your videos, upload them to your channel as private, and then you can schedule them to release whenever you would like. And that might be a way to help not have to remember. Bobsy's World, thank you very much. Hopefully we'll bring you some value in some way. We get into a lot of different tutorials and stuff like that, but you've been with TuberChat long enough to have seen a little bit. I don't know what you mean by that, D-Turner Gaming, but I just hid that message anyway. I'm sure you understand. There's been a couple of new channels that came into TuberChat, but a lot of times when people have been in other growth streams and they come to TuberChat for the first time, they don't understand why I don't just give everybody moderator and why we don't drop links all day and stuff like that. I just chose not to do it with TuberChat. It's not necessarily right or wrong. It's just the way that we do it here. But when people come in and see that, when they're used to being a moderator on every channel and they're used to, links dropped and promote me and put me on the screen and stuff like that, then I understand it's not what we're doing here may not be suitable for everybody. But the way that we do things won't work for anybody anyway. I think we all know that. It's my favorite thing to go out into other live streams when I'm out supporting. No. Oh, yeah. No, that's okay. D-Turner Gaming. Yeah. No, there's nothing like that. Nobody comes in and causes trouble. I'm very lucky. We haven't had a lot of trouble with trolls or anything like that. It's just if people come in and right away are demanding or don't understand, like promote my channel or give me a jacket or, stuff like that. I understand that they're coming in from other live streams where things are a little different. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't want anybody here to have to spend their time on somebody that's not going to connect with them. Pardon me just for a second.
It was 8, but their playlist consists of content from other creators.
So, pardon me for taking off there for a second. I'm right back. And then, yeah, Shattered Soul, YouTube's doing a lot of purging lately. Lots of people are losing watch hours right now. The best thing you can do is always be doing everything as authentically as you can. And that's really the best you can do to try to improve that. The Murphy family, thank you so much. That's absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. The Murphy family is also a member. I've already got them on the wheel because they are a silver member. And what that means is they will always be added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not. But now that you're here, and especially for this generous super chat, I'm going to put you next up on the screen right away. We just got to Black Nuru Diary, so I'm going to hang out with that channel for another quick second. But thank you very much again for this generous super chat. Thank you very much, Lovable Rogue, for your kind words as well. And thank you, David, as well, for yourself. Yeah, watch hours. Well, one of the things that there's a lot of things that can affect your watch hours, right? When we're doing the things that we're doing here, we're swapping playlists and stuff like that. If you're doing things diligently and making sure that you're following all of the procedures that I talk about all the time, then you're going to lose as little as possible. But when you're trying to do too much, like for instance, watching too many videos while you're watching a live stream and stuff like that, YouTube can purge. It's not necessarily anybody's fault that this happens, and YouTube purges all the time. Their analytics go through, the algorithm goes through and determines what they decide are valid playbacks or proper views and stuff like that. So it happens all the time. But the best idea always is we always have to take 2 steps forward, and then we end up taking 1 step back very often. But if you just keep going and aim higher than what you're looking for, you should be fine. Just Vlogging Life, thank you very much for becoming a member as well. As a matter of fact, as a gold member, I'm going to make sure that Nightbot gets on the case to start dropping your link in the chat. I'll do that as a tutorial right now, as a matter of fact, or in another moment. And we'll make sure that you get onto the wheel. I'll get you on the screen right after. I'm going to put you on the screen right after I put on the Murphy family, because they just gave a very generous super chat as well. So I'm keeping a little bit of an order here. I'll put the Murphy family up here right now. Black Nuru Diaries is well on their way towards 300 already. So here's the Murphy family, and Just Vlogging Life will go up next. But as well, since you're a gold member, that means you'll be added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether you're here or not. And then as well, I'm going to get into Nightbot as well, and I will add that situation so that they can be dropping your link every half hour. And I don't know what's going on with why do I not see Cozy Relaxations questions ever? Anybody can reach out to me if you'd like to on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. The username is always tuberchat, one word. And Ria Monet, thank you for coming in. I think you were here actually just the other day, so welcome back, and thank you for coming into tuberchat. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. Why on earth is my... I got a notification here of a message. Pardon me, I'm just addressing something in the outside here. Oh, my internet doesn't want to work either. All right, forgive me. Hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. I will get some more channels onto the wheel shortly. Right now, we're just looking at the Murphy family. They gave another generous super chat, as they've done before, but as well, they are a member. And then Just Vlogging Life has also just become a member. So I'm going to get their channel up, and while their channel's up, I'm going to do the tutorial, and I will show you how to add one of those situations. It's called a timer into Nightbot. And thank you very much, Bright Creations, for sharing on the community tab. Yes, and that's great news that you have that. For those of you who have a community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or anything like that. It really does help the stream, so I appreciate you sharing Bright Creations. That's another channel that's willing to swap playlists as well if anybody wants to reach out to them. Oh, Copper State Treasures, are you back? I skipped your your chance on the wheel earlier because I thought you weren't here. Type right. So I'm going to get Just Vlogging Life up onto the screen right now. They just became a gold member, and that means quite a few things, actually. So first of all, they get the loyalty badge next to their name. They've got extra emojis that hopefully will help make it easier for people to find them on other social media networks as well. And then because they are a gold member, anybody that's silver or higher gets added to the wheel automatically at the beginning of the live stream, whether they're here or not. And as a gold member, we're going to set up Nightbot right now to drop your link every half hour in the chat. And that will happen automatically whether you're here or not as well, as it does for Jaden Sue, who is another gold member. So let me get back to Nightbot. Bobsy's World, I have a robot here. Getting on the wheel is free. The only difference when we have super chats or members is that I might let them skip the line and get on the wheel right away or on the screen right away, but it's free, and I have this robot, and what this does, called Botissimo, it's similar to Nightbot and Streamlabs and Stream Elements, and it tells me how active everybody's in the chat, and it keeps a running total here. Like, for instance, like I just said, Copper State Treasures missed their chance a little while ago, but I will have them on shortly. And then Bobsy's World shouldn't be too far down, unless you haven't been as active as I thought for today, but that's okay. It's not just about how long you're here. It's about how many, friends and family members you're meeting and stuff like that. And then Vaughn the Real Gamer, Free Fire. I wonder what you exactly mean by that, but it looks funny anyway. And thank you very much, Rachel Aldridge, for reminding everybody to thumbs up. So as we're talking about Just Vlogging Life, I'm already logged into Nightbot. And what we're going to is called timers. Timers are when it automatically drops something in the chat for you at a certain amount of time. This is different than commands. When you look at my custom commands, you'll see Georgia Bulldogs, That Blue Moon, and Hiking with Walter, who've been with us today. But when those are done, when they drop the command, we just do that for them because their channels are hard to find and they don't come up easily in search results. And then Cozy Relaxation, hopefully you're still here. Your message, first of all, I didn't get your questions in the chat. And then as well, I know you sent me something on Instagram, and that didn't want to come through either for some reason. I have no explanation. So hopefully you can catch me there as well. So I'm going to add another. Actually, let me open Jaden's so that I can copy something here. So I'm just going to add this. And I'm going to add another. This is for, I don't need the command marker there. Every 29 minutes. This doesn't matter. I don't need an alias. That's where we put it. And then I've got to get Just Vlogging Life's URL, which I have here. And as well, anytime you're sharing your URL for your channel anywhere on the internet, I want you to add this extra little piece of code. It's very easy. And yes, naturally told by Mara, it picks how active everybody is. It's the only fair way I can think to do it, because when TuberChat started, I used to put every channel on the screen, but we only had 20 or 30 channels coming through. Now on an average 2.5 hour live stream, we have almost 100, sometimes more than that. So you can imagine it's way too much. We'd be here for hours and hours and hours, and I'd have to skip over everybody so quickly. So the wheel was something that I came up with. I saw in other live streams and decided to use so that we could find a way to fairly compensate people who are spending a lot of time and really working on their channels. So we put a question mark, sub_confirmation equals 1. And what that allows is for somebody who's been coming to your channel for the first time, they will be presented with a window that will ask them if they want to subscribe right away. And if they do, it entices subscribers, because otherwise people may have come to your channel, watched a video, got distracted, and forgot to subscribe, and we certainly don't want that. So Just Vlogging Life, thank you so much for becoming a member, especially a gold member. And as you saw, now Nightbot will be on the case sometime in the next 29 minutes. It will drop your link into the chat and every half hour thereafter. And as well, you'll be added onto the wheel automatically, whether you're here or not, every time the live stream starts. And Aaron Hockey, always working on your channel every day. Good. Hopefully it's working out as well. Mr. Fulton Mirage shared again. He always shares. Thank you very much for that. And then Bobsy's World just came on because your computer was giving issues. That's unfortunate, but hopefully you'll sort that out. And then Simply Royce. I think you've been here before, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but we don't do any self-promotion. So let me just put up my banner here again. So what we do here at TuberChat is a little bit opposite from the other growth streams. We don't ask people to come to our channel. What we do is we go to other people's channel, watch their video, give them a comment, like, subscribe to them, and then come back here and let them know that you've done that. And then Elisio Vlog TV, thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. And Secura Parisen, thank you for coming in. We have a few new channels here with TuberChat, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. The only thing that we ask is that you take your time, meet people one by one, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time if you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Specifically, the way that we connect here, and CatsXD, thanks for coming in. The way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to a channel name here in the chat. Anybody at all. Everybody wants to bake. CatsXD, but the best idea is always to go first. And we don't do any self-promotion, Elisio Vlog TV. So anybody who's a little bit newer with TuberChat, can you do me a favor, please? Just hang on for 1 second. I'm going to describe how things work here in TuberChat, and then you can decide if this is something that you want to be a part of, because it's different from the other growth streams that you've been in. I don't want to keep hiding your messages, but we can't do self-promotion here. It's against YouTube's community guidelines. The way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them, and then head to their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long, preferably 2 or 3 minutes. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. And it should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then as well, you give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. Then subscribe to them and come back here into the chat. Leave a double emoji next to their name to let them know that you've done that. And say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily, and then do the same thing for your channel. Here at TuberChat, we're focused on loyal and dedicated supporters, people who are truly going to come back to your channel, watch your videos, give you likes, comments, views, and all the other things we need as growing YouTubers, not just in the coming days, but weeks, months, and hopefully eventually years. But the object here is always to go first. We don't ask anybody to come to us, and please don't wait for anybody. Don't be shy. Reach out to any creator you want to, one by one in the chat. And like I said, if you take your time, meet people one by one, you will find yourself with new friends and family members right away. I remember CatsXD, but I don't know if you've been in a TuberChat live stream before. I forget. So let me spin the wheel. I'll get another channel up on the screen. And I'll think about adding another couple of channels afterwards. Crystal, Renee, good to see you, by the way. I don't even think I welcomed you, so forgive me for that. I saw you come in, and I put your channel on the wheel right away because you are a member, and I appreciate that as well. But hopefully you're having a good time. I see you're already meeting new friends and family members. Here's Copper State Treasures. I've had the pleasure of hanging out with them a little bit. They've got the featured channels collaboration going on, and they're well over their 1,000 subscribers. I'm curious how your hours are, Copper State Treasures, if you are approaching 4,000 or if you've already done it. And then Aaron Hockey is good to go. And I'm glad everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. Oh, I made a mistake. Nightbot, I did not put in. I'll get to it right after we finish. I don't want to cut off the time from Copper State Treasures here. But I'll get Nightbot back open because I didn't put the name of the channel in there. It'll only take a second. And Designs by CAD Pro. Good to see you're meeting new friends and family members. Vaughn the Real Gamer as well is hanging out still. Sibbins World, D Turner Gaming, thank you so much. Alex the Animator is back in the house. Thanks for coming back in. Bobsy's World. We'll let to you too. Still need 1,500 more. So Copper State Treasures, do you swap playlists with other creators? I just wonder if you do that at all. We can get you a lot of playlist buddies if you do or are willing to. So now I'm just going to pop Nightbot back open because I made the tiniest mistake. And I'll get back into my timers and we look at just vlogging life. When we edit, we just want to make sure that we get that fixed. And yeah, they've got them the same. There we go. So now it's already dropped the link once, but every half hour it will drop the link for just vlogging life, but it will be a little more clear in saying so. And Cozy Relaxation, sorry, I know you asked me a question. I didn't see it in the chat, and it didn't come through on Instagram either. I don't know why. I got a notification. Maybe if I look at the other device. That one's going to tell me it's got no internet. Very good. I'm glad everybody's having a good time connecting and meeting new friends and family members. So let me, I'll add 2 more names to the wheel if I can. Rachel Aldridge hasn't been up there. Is Rachel still with us? Try to, yes. Willing to trade if someone's serious. Yes, it's okay. I know what you mean, Copper State Treasures. I have tried playlist experiments on my personal channel before I started TuberChat to be prepared for all of this. And I found that when I did playlist group things, I'm not saying it's always playlist groups. I'm saying when I did it, only about 20% of the people actually ran it. And that was troublesome. So that's why here I push playlist buddies, but I don't interfere. Everybody's free to make their own arrangements, and you're simply swapping one for one. I don't do playlist groups or any of that stuff. I just let everybody make their own arrangements. It's probably the best way, and it works for me. I've already monetized several channels, but both my personal channel and TuberChat were monetized in that way. So if anybody's willing to swap playlists, including Copper State Treasures, just simply say in the chat, I am willing to swap playlists, and you will find other creators reaching out to you for the purpose of swapping playlists. And I find that probably 80 to 90%, even higher, end up doing exactly as they as you expect. Skywatcher footage, good to see you always. Yeah, Kristen will do it. She'll do it for you twice because she'll do it with Kira as well. I'm willing to do it. There's lots and lots of channels always in the chat here at TuberChat that are willing to swap playlists. Rachel Aldridge, I added you. That Blue Moon, hiking with Walter. Mercy Jacques, if you're still here. Let's see if these are still here. Rachel Aldridge is probably still here. And Mercy Jacques might still be here as well. So let's put you on the wheel and we'll see. I'll spin. We'll get another channel up. And then Copper State Treasures, always in chats like this. Forgive me. I want to say this in the nicest way possible as well. But we got to keep the emojis down. We typically only use 2 whenever we're in these growth streams. It doesn't matter everywhere else on YouTube. Every host has their own rules for their live streams, but in growth streams, just because the emojis can be considered spam. We never have trouble here, so I'm not too concerned with it. And then Fire and Air, 100% is serious about swapping playlists. I know that they are. They've been with me for a long, long time. And I have swapped with them. So if anybody wants to swap with Fire and Air, they're willing to do that as well. 12 Veils, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And then Rachel Aldridge, thank you so much. Sometimes I don't mind putting up a channel for a quick second if they've spent a lot of time, but it's just taken me forever to get around to them. But I know you've been here for a little while. Like, so for instance, VMAX Show, that's my dear friend Vern's Junk Closet. She was the featured channel from yesterday. She gave a couple of super chats today. So I don't mind having her channel up for a quick moment, even though I know that she's already stepped away. And all that we do if somebody's not here, sometimes I don't put the channel up at all. But otherwise, I don't mind putting it up for a quick moment, and then we just move on quickly after. But I know that you've been here for quite some time today. One of the things I wish not for everybody is to go into different live streams like this and have moderators and hosts jump down your throat about every single thing. Don't use numbers, don't use emojis, don't use capital letters, and all that other stuff. But I understand it because they're so worried. We've seen lots and lots and lots of live streams shut down, and knock on wood, TuberChat's never had it happen. Neither have I personally. But that's because everybody's so unbelievably respectful. So when we simply say something like that, I made a vow when I started TuberChat, when I thought about the idea a long, long time ago about how to do another growth stream but build a real community around it. I said, I vowed that I would always guide other YouTubers by the hand so that it would be beneficial for the whole community, not just for, you know, myself or whatever. So if you're here in TuberChat and you're used to the way that we're doing things here, you'll have such an easy time in every other live stream. That's the other reason why we don't do moderators. We don't do links and stuff like that. I keep it to a minimum. And then, okay, let me spin. We'll get another channel up. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, who's another member. And like I said, I'm not going to change the way we do the live streams. Now that TuberChat is monetized, we're still going to do everything we always do. It's always going to be free. The only difference is in the case of memberships or super chats, we'll just let people skip the line so that they can get either onto the wheel or onto the screen a little bit faster. But not everybody can do that all the time, and it's absolutely not necessary. There's lots of different ways that you can support TuberChat if you'd like to. First of all, by letting ads run if you see them on the way in, and especially by sharing out so that we can meet more and more creators. And then as well, as your channel grows and hopefully eventually passes the 10,000 mark, you will, when people start asking you how you did it, how you became so successful, my hope is that you will turn to TuberChat and say that this is a channel that they need to follow, and I will continue to grow as well. And Rachel Aldridge, my pleasure. And then is that 12 Veils? Are you talking? I hope you're talking to me, but I wonder who you're talking about. But thank you. if that's for TuberChat, thank you so much, because it's working out. TuberChat is chugging along just nicely. When we started, we would have 20, 30, sometimes 40 channels come through a live stream. And today we have, as of now, an average of well over 90, sometimes well over 100 channels come through TuberChat on a 2.5 or 3 hour live stream. So it's really wonderful. But we still are very focused on loyal and dedicated supporters, and we see it working everywhere. My favorite thing is to go into live streams of other creators and then find people who I know have met in TuberChat, and they're having conversations and they're out supporting each other and stuff like that. So thank you very much, 12 Veils. I'm curious how your both of your channels are doing. It's probably been too long since I've caught up with you. Like I say all the time, as we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. And so I appreciate every moment that everybody spends here, because the truth is you're going to see your friends a little bit less and less the more successful everybody becomes. But if you can get a real friendship started and flourish, that friendship can flourish over time, then you will eventually, it won't matter that things get a little bit slower and slower, because you'll always have truly, loyal and dedicated support from them. So this is Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo. They are doing a 1,000 subscriber celebration. So it's too bad that they scheduled that right at the same time, but that's okay. We can't predict that stuff. Everybody's got to stream when they got to stream, right? Let me spin the wheel. I'll get one more channel up. Here's Crystal Renee, who's another member. And then again, all that means in the case of, so we have a few different levels of memberships, right? If you're a bronze member, which is the first level, then it means you get the loyalty badges, the custom emojis that make it a little bit easier to use social media. And then as well, when I see you in the live stream, you'll be added to the wheel right away. Anybody who's silver or above just gets added automatically at the beginning of the live stream, whether they're here or not. And in the case of gold members, they have their link dropped every 30 minutes automatically, again, whether they're here or not. But this is Crystal Renee. She's well on her way towards her first 100 subscribers, so hopefully we're pushing her a little bit farther today. She just put out a video yesterday. And I'm glad everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. Oh, Baby Ree, you're here. Thank you for coming in again. Hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members. As long as you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with as many friends and family members as you'd like. And then again, we always just say, just please take your time, meet people one by one, and follow those instructions at the bottom of the screen. Specifically, the way that we connect here at TuberChat is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filter. Then give the creator a thumbs up always, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you have secured the the right way and then say something about the video that you watch so that they can find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And Baby Ree, hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members. And thank you very much, PA, always for reminding everybody to give a thumbs up. It really does help the stream. And I know if you're on a phone, you've got to shut the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. You only it only takes a moment, but it really does help. So I appreciate it. And then Jay Plays Roblox. I wonder if I'm pronouncing that right. Jay Plays Roblox. Hopefully you're having a good time here in TuberChat already, feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. It's not a sub for sub network, but everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel, and they are also expecting you to subscribe to their channel first. So if you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, take your time, meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with a lot of new friends and family members for your channel in no time. And then pardon me, I'm just addressing something quick in the chat there. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. And Jay Plays Roblox, my pleasure. Hopefully you will meet some new friends and family members if that's what you would like. So this is Crystal Renee. She's another member. So let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And I will see if I can add any more names to the wheel. Rachel Aldridge, who has been here for quite some time today. Hopefully everybody has an easy time finding your channel. I know that spelling Rachel with the E, it's funny because we also have in Rachel's Place here, and both of you spell Rachel with an E that way. I don't know how common each different way is, but hopefully everybody's finding your channel okay. I noticed the other day somebody had trouble, and it was probably just that simple spelling mistake, because you come up right away on the top of the search results, as we just saw. I've got your bell on now so that I'll be aware of all your new videos. You just put something up about a week ago, and hopefully you'll keep going with that and get something up once a week if you can. As soon as you can get to that level, it really helps build your channel on a strong and solid foundation, and it gets the momentum going. But you're well over 200 subscribers, so hopefully we're pushing you a little bit farther today, and you can get a little bit closer to the 300 that must be on your mind. And thank you, Bobsy's World. And I'm glad everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. I should take a moment just to remind everybody, if you haven't already, I'd love it if you'd share us out. If you have a community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or anything like that, it really does help. And of course, the thumbs up always helps as well. Every interaction helps TuberChat by pushing us a little bit farther into the algorithm so that we can be found easier and reach more creators and then maximize our impact. And then Zelda Master John, is, yeah, he loves his work. As a lot of us do, I'm sure. And then I'm glad to see Copper State Treasures and Cozy Relaxation swapping. I've swapped with Cozy Relaxation twice, as a matter of fact. After about 45 days, it might be a few days earlier than that, when the red lines are gone. So, like, let's say you swap playlists with somebody today. Every time you go to their channel, you're going to see these red lines, just like on Rachel Aldridge here. This is the video on which I connected with them. So I watched that video in full. That's why the red line is there. Sometime, it's not 30 days, it's more than that. I know, because I've recently been experimenting with this. It could be as long as 45 days from now. Eventually, that line will disappear. You can swap with the same creator a second time, but my recommendation is always to swap with everybody once and keep meeting more and more people, because the real benefit to swapping playlists is that you've traded favors with somebody, and now a friendship can start. You will start to be favored by the creators you've helped, and you will probably start to favor the creators that have helped you as well. But it's a great way to get a little bit of a friendship going, and this is how the relationships are built, where people truly are interested in seeing you succeed, and then we can all thrive together. You'll be getting the comments, likes, views, and other things we all need as growing YouTubers for your channel constantly. So, let's see what I'm going to do here. Berlinda Engman, good to see you in. Thank you for coming back in. McCoy Fam Channel. Let's put you on the wheel. Oh, I keep saying this wrong. Sibbins World. It's Sioban's World. So Brandon Jackson is why don't we all, if everybody wants to, I'd love it if everybody would give Brandon Jackson a little bit of help, because this is interesting. So Brandon Jackson's channel is just named Brandon Jackson right now, but they're expecting to do just gaming. So does everybody think that a better name would be Brandon Jackson Gaming or Brandon Jackson Plays, which is another way of that gaming channels name themselves? Plays as in, you know, let's play this game, right? Thank you, Belinda Engman, for the thumbs up. But and Crystal Renee, I will talk about playlists in one more second. But if everybody wants to give Brandon Jackson a bit of advice, I'd love it if everybody could just pick. And I'll put it in my I'll do it from my personal channel. Oh, I just put a message in the chat, all in capital letters, which I shouldn't do, but that's okay. So if everybody wants to let them know, what do you think? Brandon Jackson Plays or Brandon Jackson Gaming? What do you think for a channel name? What would you be more inclined to go to? And then Crystal Renee, so we're talking about swapping playlists. And basically all that this means is that you are willing to run a playlist for another creator of all their videos, and they are willing to run a playlist of all your videos, not live streams, just videos. And I keep forgetting, there's other notes that I got to mention in this. Kristen reminded me today. When we talk about swapping playlists, you're not obligated to sit there and watch every second of every video. You're just obligated to run it. You don't even have to comment or like the videos. It'd be nice if you could do a few if you can. But you can do this while you work, while you sleep, while you eat, while you go out, or if you have a second device or something like that. And then what happens... Oh, Brandon Jackson might start a second channel. Okay. Hopefully you'll get a couple answers. I'm not sure. And then Crystal Renee just answered. So then when you swap playlists with people, if you have a playlist of, let's say, 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or 20 hours or more, and you get a lot of different creators running that playlist for you, you can imagine how your hours are really going to stack up. So the very important thing is that when you're making a playlist for the purpose of swapping, it contains all of your videos, but no live streams. You call it something like all of Crystal Renee or binge watch Crystal Renee or something like that. And then that's the playlist you give to people just for the purpose of running, right? And then, but the real benefit, it can't contain any private videos, any unlisted videos, because the term is public watch hours. Your videos must be public. You don't get any credit for anything else, and no videos from anybody else. I should have mentioned this a long time ago today. Like I said, Kristen brought it to my attention, and I forgot to mention it. But when you are making a playlist, you don't want other people's videos in that playlist because you don't get credit for those. They do, but you don't. So for this purpose only, you want to make a playlist that's just for this. And then you can always delete the playlist after if you want to, or just keep adding to it. It'd be nice to have people be able to binge watch your content if they really like it, right? And then here you're able to just make those arrangements independently with other creators in the chat. It's just something I encourage, but I certainly don't control. And you can understand that there's a big benefit in that. By swapping playlists with other creators, you've traded a favor with them. And you will find yourself favoring creators who you have helped or who have helped you. And you will find yourself being favored by creators who you have helped. And so it's a great way to get a friendship started. And I have lots and lots of creators now that I talk to outside on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or different places. Some even with phone conversations, they become friends. Zelda Master John is one of those people. We conversate on the phone once every couple of weeks or so and just give a check to how things are going. I like to learn from creators of all sizes every single day, and you can get a lot of that happening. So you can see the real benefit. That's why I push it so hard. So Copper State Treasures, we can't know the absolute truth about running live streams. Me and my friends or peers, if you want to call it that, the people who I learned from originally about this stuff, the people I choose to believe and respect, all recommend that you don't use live streams. The concept behind it is simply because typically YouTube's algorithm still thinks about the human behavior, and they think, is it possible that a human being would sit and watch 48 hours of live streams all in a row as replays? It may not be that likely. However, we all binge watch Netflix or things like that, or most of us have. So it is reasonable to think that somebody would sit and binge watch your content, your videos, over and over and over again, because they're different. Live streaming is different than videos. Every channel has two audiences. There are only some people who like both videos and live streams, but every channel has two audiences for that reason. We can't know the truth, but we just choose to recommend. I will always recommend to you what I think is safe, because I don't want you to lose hours. I don't want you to run into any trouble. I want you to get everything you want out of YouTube as fast as you want it, but with a strong and solid foundation. So it's a thought. Tips on banner creations. You want a better one? Just vlogging life. We could talk about that. I've also got a tutorial on my channel, on my personal channel. It's called Channel Reviews. It was a live stream where we were just going to talk about different people's channels, but we got into a whole tutorial on how to make a banner for free with Canva. And then I also did another tutorial on how to make a thumbnail with Canva, but we could do that. And I'll be happy to mention a few things that are important when it comes to banners as well. So forgive me while I catch up with the chat. Thank you, The Essence of Sonia, very much. Christy Agnes, willing to swap playlists. So, yeah, like I said, Copper State Treasures, we can't be sure because I'm not a Google engineer. None of us are, and I don't know if they'd tell us the truth if we even met one, because they don't want us taking advantage of the system. But I always err on the side of safety. However, in TuberChat, we only have live streams. We really don't have videos. So when I've swapped playlists with people for the purpose of getting TuberChat monetized, they have no choice but to run live streams, and it worked. We just don't know how much. That's the thing. So, Brandon Jackson thinks the best Brandon Jackson Gaming. That's up to you, but yeah, possibly Brandon Jackson Gaming. So gaming people probably know what the word plays means better than most people. But everybody knows what the word gaming means. If you say Brandon Jackson Gaming, they know exactly what they're getting into. Forgive me, Mercy Jacques. I didn't mean to take so much time on your channel, having it up on the screen and not talking about it. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do, because you're a new connection for TuberChat, is add this video, your latest one, into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full. I will give you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and I will give you a thumbs up, of course, and I'll subscribe, and in that way I'll make sure that the subscription sticks. And then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world. So here's McCoy Fam channel. This is another channel that's back with TuberChat again and again since finding us a short while ago. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. Please forgive me if I have. I tend to get into these long speeches and then I fall behind. Oil the Repair Dude, good to see you back. Good to see you here in the chat. I think this is your first time with TuberChat, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, please. But hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members already. If you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself doing that with no problem. Everybody in the chat is willing to connect. It's not a sub for sub network, but everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel, but they are expecting you to subscribe to their channel first. So you head to their channel, watch a short video, give them a comment and a like, subscribe to them, come back, let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Hopefully I didn't lose Oil the Repair Dude by taking too long to welcome them. And then thank you, The Daniel Show. Christy Agnes. Yeah, forgive me. Okay, maybe I should start moving a little bit faster through the channels. So I'll tell you what, if everybody's still here, let me, pardon me for 1 second. I'm going to step aside. I'm going to come right back. I'm going to add some channels to the wheel, and then I'll get into my speech, and we'll see how long we're going to continue for. Okay, forgive me, everybody. I didn't mean to be gone for so long. I needed to get a drink and this and that. I'm going to hang out for as long as you guys want today. And if you'd like to, particularly Crystal Renee, I will do a tutorial on Canva on making a banner, and I'll get into some detail that hopefully will help everybody with knowing what is recommended for adding onto your banner, how to size it the right way so that it works on a tablet, a phone, and television. Thank you, Bobsy's World. And then pardon me, because I just raced around a little bit. So hopefully I didn't miss anything in the chat. If I did, I hope you'll either re-ask or reach out to me on Instagram or something like that. But well, I did promise I was going to get a few more channels on the screen. So, yes, as a matter of fact, Christy Agnes has been here for a while. There's a few channels that have been here for quite some time. Christy Agnes, Bobsy's World. My goodness. The Daniel Show. Essence of Sonia. I'm going to fly through these a little bit, though, because what we'll do is I'll get a few more channels on the screen, too, and then we'll get into a tutorial so we can talk about these banners. Oh, thank you, Brandon Jackson. Thank you. Yes, I forget sometimes. I appreciate you saying that. As a matter of fact, I forget. I think it was yesterday's live stream. I started the live stream, and I went through a whole welcome speech for almost like 5 minutes. And then everybody started telling me, we can't hear you. I had to start over. But mistakes happen always for everybody. So you see, you know, when we talk about our videos and stuff like that, as much as we would all love them to be perfect, the truth is on YouTube, good enough is good enough. And this is the only place where I would say that. Everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. I have videos that are out there that I've produced that have hundreds of thousands of views that are far from perfect. My best performing video on my personal channel has mistakes in it. And if you were really paying attention, you might see them. It really doesn't matter because the video's got like 40,000 views now or something like that. Here's the Essence of Sonia. She is a wonderfully loyal and dedicated supporter who's been with me for months and months and months and has been with TuberChat probably from the beginning. And as well, she is generous in that she does swap playlists with other creators and she does the feature channels collaboration, which you see here on the front page that I love talking about all the time as well. And then, oh, Crystal Renee, are you still here? Oh, just vlogging life. I'm hilarious. It's funny because there was one, it's probably the first time that I ever actually laughed. Somebody said, oh my God, it's good to see you actually like enjoying yourself because I sound too businesslike. Hopefully everybody understands. I really, not that it matters. It doesn't matter. I'm just yapping now, but I really love this stuff. I love what we're doing. I've been a social media guy for the last 25 years. I was there for MySpace, there for Friendster, there for the beginning of Facebook and all that other stuff. But YouTube is a magical place. And the stuff we're doing here did not exist even on YouTube 2 years ago. So the way that TuberChat is running and the things that we're doing, I really, really love doing because we finally found something. Some people's lives can be changed simply with $20 a month or a couple $100 a month or something like that. And YouTube is guaranteed success for anybody that wants to do it, be consistent, and not quit. That's really all there is to it. You know, you can do a lot better. You can make a lot more, be much more successful if you want to. There's a million different things that can be done here. But I love it because we found something where everybody can be successful. And as a matter of fact, the truth is, starting out, you will be more successful if you help others and then in return receive help from others as well. And forgive me, did I make a mistake? Was it Crystal Renee who was asking about the banner? Or was it just vlogging life? I'm so sorry because it's already slipped my mind. Sioban's World still in the house. MAH Videos, I hope I welcomed you. I saw you come in quite some time ago, and I might have been in the middle of a speech. I hope I welcomed you when you came in. RadAQ? Is it RadAQ or RadAC? Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I pronounced that properly. Oh, just vlogging life. I'm so sorry. For some reason, I thought it was Crystal Renee that asked about that. Sorry. But I will, if you can hang out for a little while longer, I just want to give a few more people a chance to have their channel on the screen, because there's a lot of people who've been here for quite a while today. But then I will get into the, we'll make a banner on Canva, and I'll give you all my speech about that. It's fairly quick, but I'll try to do it in not too long from now. And then Radak, hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody wants to connect with you. The only thing is, here at TuberChat, we always make the first move. So it's not a sub for sub network, but everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel after you subscribe to theirs. And if you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, take your time, meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Ben's world is still here. I want to make sure you get on the wheel. And then if, PA is always welcome to be on the wheel. Oh, Brandon Jackson. Okay. Yes. Oh, I didn't mean to click something here. I'm doing something in another window. Let me get Brandon Jackson on the wheel, and when it's your turn, I will have a look at that. There's the Daniel Show. They've been back with us again and again since finding TuberChat just a short while ago. The Daniel Show, I forget, do you swap playlists? Hopefully you're still here now that I got your channel up, but they do the feature channels collaboration as well. There's TuberChat right there, luckily, along with some familiar faces. When we, hopefully when I won't forget when we get to, I'm just making a note on my wheel there. So when we get to your channel, I'll have a look and we'll just talk about it for a quick second. I'm happy to do that. One of the things I tend not to do when we put channels up is I don't do too much reviewing. And the reason why is because while everybody may enjoy it, I certainly don't want to nitpick about simple things. And I certainly wouldn't want to upset anybody by forcing advice that somebody wouldn't necessarily want to hear. Because the truth is, some of the stuff I'm going to say isn't going to make or break a channel in the coming weeks. Most of the advice I'm ever going to give helps over the long term. If you start doing something today, you'll be amazed at what will happen 3 and 6 and 9 months from now. The Daniel Show, okay. So you swap playlists. So the Daniel Show is willing to swap playlists with people. They have recently hit their 1,000 subscribers, but if people want to swap with them, anybody who wants to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours can simply say in the chat, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you. Some of the things that I say here in TuberChat, I'm so used to saying very quickly, like for instance, swapping playlists or featured channels and things like this. If there's ever anything that you want me to clarify, I'm happy to do it. I just don't take a lot of time sometimes if most of the people know what I'm talking about are already into it. But I certainly don't want anybody who's willing to get into this kind of activity to feel alienated by, just not understanding what I'm talking about. If you'd like me to describe swapping playlists or what I'm talking about with the featured channels collaboration, I usually go through that once or twice per live stream at least. But if you'd like to know, then I'm happy to go over that as well. Christy Agnes willing to swap playlists as well. We're going to see her channel or that channel shortly. So the Daniel Show is here. I'm going to move on a little bit quicker now. Cozy relaxation swaps all the time. So here's Brandon Jackson. So we're going to get right to your channel. Markafil, Germany. Good to see you here. I believe you've been with TuberChat at least once before, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that. But it's great to have you in here. And then so Shattered Soul, I see that you're asking somebody to respond back to you, but the best idea, if you can, is to give them the @ symbol so that they see your message, but you also misspelled it, so it may not come up right away. sometimes people come in and out. So if you're, one of the best ideas is always to reach out to somebody here in the chat. If they don't get right back to you, it's possible that they're either out supporting somebody or they come back. So if they respond to you, then you can begin the connection process. Here's Brandon Jackson. Thank you for doing the tuber chat on the front page there. So Brandon Jackson cooking, Brandon Jackson gaming. Here it is. And let me just have a look. So hopefully we're going to see some content from you here. How did you do that? Do you have the same? Oh, it's different. That's why. Oh, Brandon Jackson Gaming. Okay, I didn't realize you have tuberchat on 2 different channels. I'm going to make sure that this gets on our featured channels list as well. I'm just making a note for myself. I still prefer pen and paper when I make notes. Jaden Sue is still in the house. Okay, so Brandon Jackson, let's look at your About page. Glad you used Bitly. You got a lot of stuff here. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can look at other About pages from bigger YouTubers and see if there's things you want to add. You can look at what I do with tuberchat or my personal channel. I never specifically like to tell somebody what they should or shouldn't do. Simply what I might say is, if you want to look at what I do, or I'll give you suggestions for things that I've seen, then you can make the best decisions for your own channel. But if you want to have a quick look for my through my About page, you might pick up a couple extra things if you've got any. If you've got the forgive me, if affiliate links, for instance, for Amazon or anything like that, or TubeBuddy or any of that stuff, it can help to put it there. I don't know how many people actually copy and paste out of here, but having the social media is a good idea. And then you've already got the links in there, so that's perfect. I'm not going to check if you have an email address, but if you do, that helps in case sponsors and things want to get to you eventually. And then thank you very much for adding to the featured channels lists. And then Jaden Sue has shared on the community tab, so thank you very much for that as well. And so, okay, let me move on. I'll get another channel happening up here. Christy Agnes, now we're going to have a look at your channel. Took quite a while to get that happening, but we're going to have a look right now. So is this your first time on the wheel and on the screen with us? I know you've been to tuberchat before, and so close to 500. I hope a couple of people, I hope a few people will connect with Christy Agnes if you haven't already, so that she can get that 500. That must be on her mind right now. We all know how it feels to hit these milestones. And then thank you very much, Fire and Air, and Abo Ito. Good to see you back. Thanks very much for coming in. And since you are a new connection, though, for tuberchat, what I'm going to do is take your latest video from 4 days ago, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I will watch that video in full. I will give you a meaningful, genuine comment as well as a thumbs up, of course, and then I will subscribe to you, and that will make sure that the connection sticks. Hopefully you're subscribed to tuberchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet creators from around the world in different time zones. And then Abo Ito, it's totally understandable, but I appreciate every moment that you spend here in tuberchat. And Shen Zen Zen, it's good to see you as well. And thank you for sharing. I already got a notification from you for sharing the video, so I do appreciate that. Everybody who can share, of course, we appreciate it, because it really does help the stream, and it helps push tuberchat just a little bit further into the algorithm so that we can meet new creators and get found easier. and then maximize our impact. So I'm going to spin, and we'll get another channel up quickly. Bob C's World, yeah, it only takes a moment to do. I know everything we do in YouTube takes some kind of time, and it's tough for everybody to have all the time for all the things we got to do. But if there's ever 5 minutes that you see yourself watching TV or anything like that in the commercial break, just hop into the about section and get it put up. This is Sioban's World. Hopefully, I've got the right channel. Probably. There you are. Yes, it is. So this is another new connection for tuberchat. So what I'm going to do again is take one of your videos. I'll take this homeschool routine video, add it into my watch later list. I just want to look at this for a quick second because I want to see if it's got comments enabled. No, comments are turned off. I wonder if that's the whole channel. In the case of a channel where the comments are off, we're just going to have to do what we can. So we leave a thumbs up, we subscribe. I'll just look at your first video and see if that one's comments are turned off as well. Yeah. Okay, so that's okay. But after the live stream, well, I might as well. You could just subscribe now then. I'll put your bell on. And hopefully that will help. Let me get to, I already put a video in the watch later list, but what I'll do, I don't watch them, but I'll let it run. I usually don't do this, but it's okay. We'll let this run for a minute. And then hopefully that will stick. But later on, I will take the other video that I added into my watch later list, and I will make sure that runs too. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let this run right out because we want to make sure we're doing it the right way, right? And then I'll just open another window and we'll continue on to another channel now. My pleasure, Sioban's World. I usually don't play videos. I just wanted to do it because I want to make sure that it runs like the whole way. So there it goes. It's still going. I just want to make sure that it runs all the way. Fire and Air's been with us for a while. Spin. Fire and Air is willing to swap playlists, absolutely. So let's get your bell on first of all. And at first, when I first started tuberchat, I was just connecting, but I wasn't putting any bells on. And then recently, what I've started to do is put bells on. Now you saw that I just put the bell on because I'm talking about it, and it doesn't seem to want to come up right now. That's a glitch. But if I refresh the page, now we'll see whether it counted or not. It could be just because I'm clicking too fast. See, now there's a glitch. Now the bell is on. So that can happen with a lot of things. It can happen with red lines on videos. It can happen with subscribe buttons. It can happen with bells, as we've just seen. So sometimes there's little glitches. We just have to be a little bit patient with that. But luckily the bell's on. And then thank you, Chase and Chris. Yes, absolutely. My pleasure rating you. I appreciate your generosity. So it's my pleasure. And hopefully we can do that again soon. Well, hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members. And Jaden Sue, excited for tomorrow morning. Thank you for saying that. Yes, tomorrow I'm going to do, tomorrow I'm going out with Kristen and Kira and another YouTuber on my personal channel. And I will do a live stream in Niagara Falls, Canada, where I live. And we will go on the zip line for our first time. We've been on zip line before, but not here in Niagara Falls. So we'll do that live, and it should be a good, should be entertaining. So here's Fire and Air. This is a channel that's been with me for at least since the beginning of tuberchat, but for months and months, I believe on my personal channel as well. and they are willing to swap playlists, certainly. Bobsy's World, your channel's coming up next, finally. And then, so Kevin K, just so everybody knows, that's my personal channel. You can connect with me there if you'd like to, but I don't want to push anybody. And of course, I can't, I will have to only get back to you. I'm the only one who's allowed to do that in TuberChat, but it's because I'm running the live stream. And then, okay, thank you very much, Rachel Aldridge. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow again, like you're saying. Izeko Mobile, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to any creator that you'd like to in the chat. Everybody's here to bake. The only difference here in TuberChat, it's a little bit different. You must go first. So what everybody is, they're expecting to subscribe to your channel, but they're expecting you to subscribe to their channel first. So if you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, take your time and meet people one by one. You visit their channel, watch a video, give them a comment, give them a like, subscribe to them, and then come back here, let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Let's get, we'll spin the wheel just for fun. We'll get Bobsy's World up here. And is Just Vlogging Life still with us? I'll go through the talk about the banners anyway so that it's there. And then It's Me Wanston, yes, honey, thanks for coming back in. There we go. So I'm just going to look at Bobsy's World. Now, this is your first time on the screen. So, again, same speech. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos, and I'd like to give you a few minutes of watch time. I usually aim for 10 minutes. But I'll take your longest video that's not 3 hours. And we will, here we go, 5:03, right? I'll take this video, and I will add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list, and I will watch that video in full. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment. I will give you a thumbs up, and then I will subscribe to you, of course, and make sure that connection sticks. And then It's Me Wanston, yes, honey, thanks so much. Yes, I will be having dinner right after. Kristen is actually cooking a nice dinner for us right now. But thank you for coming back in. And then, so this is Bobsy's World. So I'm going to get rid of my wheel for now. And what we're going to do is I'm going to open up Canva. So it's just canva.com. There's a million different ways to make banners. You can do it in Photoshop, this, that. And thank you very much. It's Me Wanston, yes, honey, for reminding everybody to thumbs up. I am already logged into Canva, but you will have to make an account. It's free. And then when you go in there, you can find something to do here. Let me see if I go on all our designs. Here's some stuff that I did just when we were doing the tutorial. So I did how to make a thumbnail, and I did how to make a banner on my personal channel. But when we go here to templates, right at the top, it's already got, I thought it had YouTube right there. Let's go back to the home page and see what comes up. So here we go. Let's type in YouTube. Oh, here it is, YouTube channel art. So we say banner, but it's actually called channel art via YouTube. It doesn't matter because we already know what we're talking about. Black Newer Diaries, I appreciate you saying that, so thank you. I appreciate every moment that you spend here. So we call it banner. Really doesn't matter. Everybody knows what you're talking about. But YouTube, when you're searching for it, it's called channel art. Matter of fact, let me step aside for a second. When we type in YouTube channel art template, I don't know why YouTube's site never wants to come up. You'd think they'd be the first one. Here it is. Okay, creator edit channel art. I think it's here. And when I go through this, they're talking about how to change it and this and that. And let me see if this is where their template is. They unless they removed it, because this is the second time I can't find it. they have had a different template. It's this here. You see this all the time. This particular image when you type in YouTube banner template. And it shows you specifically, they're telling you that your banner is actually huge. It's monstrous. It doesn't just look like the rectangle that we see on the top of our page or on the top of our phone. The reason why is because if somebody's watching on a television, it covers the whole screen of the television. The second thing is if you do a live stream and you don't have a thumbnail for that live stream, it puts up a placeholder, and it uses your channel art for that reason. So what they're telling you here with this template is when you're designing it, you design this big, huge thing, but the most important text and information goes in this very dark area here. So let's go over to Canva and look at their templates, and you'll see all the different stuff that they've done. They already have the text, the important stuff in that area for you. This is probably a little bit big, but I could be wrong unless we download it and check. And they have so many, and it's free, and it's so unbelievably easy. You won't believe how easy this is if you haven't seen it before, how to change this stuff. But it's unbelievably easy. Yeah, all kinds of different stuff, suitable for all different kinds of channels, of course. So I'm going to take this one here for right now, and there's a small reason why I'll use this. Okay, thank you very much, Copper State Treasures. I appreciate that. And yeah, thank you very much. And Just Vlogging Life is a gold member now, so their link has been dropped by Nightbot there, as it will be every half hour. So if anybody wants to connect with Just Vlogging Life, it's very easy with that link. So all that this takes, you can do a lot of customization here, but if you want to be really, really, really fast, all I have to do is click on the text, and if I double click, just like a computer, it pops up, and then I can say tuberchat, and then the one of the things you might want to consider is if you have a regular schedule, then you can put that in your channel art, and that lets people know when they get to your channel what to expect from you. So only if you have a regular schedule. Now you can say weekly videos if you put something up every week. You could say new videos every weekend if you always do it on the weekend. But if you have specific days, you might say live streams every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Now, I'm not doing a great job here. I'm just saying you could do something like that if you wanted to make it even more. And I didn't spell it properly either, but you could otherwise say live streams every weekend. If you don't have a regular live schedule, then you might just want to say YouTube tutorials and live streams, and let's say unboxings. If your channel is variety, like my personal channel, you might do something like this, but it automatically has the most important area measured out here for you. Now it's already done. Now I just click download. It's going to ask me if I want a PNG or if I want to change it to another file, but I'll just use PNG because it says so. Click download. It's already getting it going. I've got a referral link I can use. I don't care about that right this second. And then here it goes. It's ready to download, and I've got my banner ready to go. And I won't change my banner, but I will show you how to do it on YouTube on our front page. We're just going to go right to our channel. And then is Echo Mobile. We don't do any self-promotion, so forgive me, but please don't ask anybody to bake with you or visit your channel. The way that we do things here is you bake with somebody else first. You go to their channel, watch their video, comment, like, subscribe, come back here and let them know that you've done that, and then they'll do the same thing for you after. But everybody wants to bake. Everybody does here. And then as well, so now we're on our front page, and you see it took me a long time to actually put this up. As much as I'm saying like you should have this up, it took me like months to finally put up a schedule, but we know that we're here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So when I I just clicked this image. Oh, maybe my page doesn't want to work very well. I'll refresh and see if that helps. We'll try one more time doing it that way. There it is. Okay, now it comes up. And then all I can do is I can go through. I've already got a couple things. That's our old banner that didn't have the schedule. This is the new banner that has the schedule. And there's our avatar. And then they've got other stuff that you can put up. These are those templates that you see on a lot of people's channels all the time. This one and this one are very popular. And then you just simply upload the picture and it's done. Canva's already sized it for you, so it's that easy. But again, you just want the most important information in this area, because this side and the top and bottom get cut off on different devices. It always looks different on a computer, on a phone, on a tablet, and on a television. Television, you see the whole thing. On a phone, you see the least. And on a tablet, you also have to consider some people are using their tablet like this, and some people are using their tablet like this. And it changes. So that's a thought. But it's that simple to use Canva. And again, it's just canva.com, or they have apps for Android and Apple, and you can get in there and you can do it just as easily. So I know that that's a very, very quick tutorial, and forgive me that it's so fast. Hopefully it was worth the wait. But now you know as well, we're on episode 70 of TuberChat. So it's in the last few minutes of this live stream, because I'm going to wrap up very soon. And then if there's any questions anybody has, you can, if you don't mind just asking right away, and I will figure out what we're going to do as well. Hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to put up It's Me Once, Then Yes, Honey. Is D Turner Gaming still in the house or no? Let me know if you're still here, please, D Turner Gaming. I'm hitting the wrong thing here. Let's put up It's Me Once, Then Yes, Honey. They've been here ever since the beginning of TuberChat. Might have even been the first channel ever to come into a live stream. Oh, Brandon Jackson. Okay, maybe I'll have another quick look for a second. Just vlogging life. I enjoy a computer for designing and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever you're comfortable with, but I prefer a computer. But the apps, it does it all properly anyway, especially with Canva. I'm a Photoshop guy, so I can do this stuff without Canva. But Canva is a very easy and fast way of getting something done if you wanted to. As well, I believe that It's Me Once, Then Yes, Honey offers the idea of creating banners for people for a small fee, if I'm right. If you want to reach out to It's Me Once, Then Yes, Honey, you could talk about him helping with that as well if you wanted to. I'm just looking at something in another window here. I was hoping a friend of ours would be on, but they're already on. Oh, it's free. Oh, okay. So It's Me Once, Then Yes, Honey. If you'd like to, if you want to do it yourself, Canva's a great way to get it done quickly and easily. But if you want to, and you could customize everything. You can put your own images and stuff like that. It's just as easy as changing the text, which I just showed. But It's Me Once, Then Yes, Honey is willing to help people as well, so you can reach out to them. So let's have a quick look. Just one more time, I'm going to look at Brandon Jackson because I just want to give him a thought on his banner. Takes a second to find that channel, but we'll get it. There it is. So I like this banner very, very much, as a matter of fact. And then let's go to your cooking channel and see what you got going on here. Okay, same banner. And then you may have forgotten to put your gaming channel here on your cooking channels featured channels list. I'm just assuming that you meant to do that. And then here's the gaming channel. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Because you have almost the exact same banner. So if somebody already knows your channel, they're going to recognize this and know they've come to the right place right away. But you've got a Minecraft looking fire in the background there, and it looks just like your other stuff. Not to mention, I'm always happy to see Grand Theft Auto. So that's good as well. And then in the meantime, hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members in the chat here. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. I know I said if you had any questions, go ahead and ask, and I'll do my best to answer. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at something in another window. All right, let's see what else is happening here. Okay, I think we're just about wrapped up. And then, as a new member, how will others know I would be able to access their playlists even when I can't make it to the chat? How will others know I would like access to their playlist even when you can't make it in the chat? So playlist swapping is something I think you probably have to be here for. I'm going to take into consideration what you're asking and then see if there's something that can be done. I will try to just remember the fact that you're willing to swap playlists, but that's something you kind of have to be here for regardless, because people are always going to want that real-time interaction. But the hope is that because I push it so much, every time you're here, you're going to be able to get as many new playlist buddies as you'd like. I don't know how many you can run in a week, depending on how many devices you have. But if you have one extra device, you're able to run one person a day. We stream 4 times a week. So however many times you're able to get here, you should be able to grab a few people, grab 7 with no problem. So, yeah, playlist is something else. The other thing too, now it's a painstaking process. You could go back over the replays and start catching channels that you know have been in and have been talking about playlists, but there's lots and lots and lots. I would say at least half the channels that come to TuberChat are willing to swap playlists. And then first you have to learn how to do it. And forgive me, are you talking about swapping playlists? Forgive me if is that what you mean? Because I'll swap with you today, and we can and you'll be off to the races then. Because I absolutely can do that. Declan Fans 2020, good to have you back. And then so as a new member, so specifically what it includes anyway, though, because you are a gold member, right? So you will have, first of all, you'll have a loyalty badge next to your name, which will change color as time goes on, right? Every month it changes color, every couple months or something like that. So people know you're a member. I'm hoping that you get some extra attention for that reason. That's one of the main reasons why I never put a lot of moderators on from the beginning of TuberChat. I planned the success of TuberChat from the beginning. I'm not saying I know how successful it will be, but I said I led up to this. Now that there's no moderators, everybody can see very clearly that you're a member. What I find in these growth streams is people attack super chatters first, members next, moderators next, and then they go after other people. So hopefully every time you walk in, people will be wanting you. And the reason why is because when you see somebody who's willing to be a member on one channel, everybody's hoping you're willing to be a member on their channel as well. So they're more eager to connect with you. I'm just imagining that, but that's possible. Then as well, there's emojis that you can use that only the members have access to. And I decided to make them all social media icons. So it's very easy for people to follow you on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Reddit, Twitter, and then there'll be more added as more members come on as well. And then because you're a gold member, I'm going to make sure that your channel is added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream before we even start, whether you're here or not, and your channel will get viewed. And then as well, we've got the Nightbot is dropping your link in the chat once every half hour, which is something that only the gold members get. I also planned for that. That's why we don't do links in TuberChat, is because I was waiting all this time to be able to offer that as a high value option for membership. So I only have 2 gold members right now. There's only you and Jaden. So only 2 links will be dropped every half hour. Swapping playlists. So it's very simple. So for instance, if you want to make it very easy, you and I will just do it with my personal channel. Let's see how, let's look at your playlist right now. And let me look at your videos and see how many videos you have so I can figure something out here quickly. Okay, first thing, I'm going to ask you for something. If you can make a playlist that contains all of your videos, and then you'll just call it all just vlogging life, or binge watch just vlogging life, or all my videos, or something like that. Something very clear. It really doesn't matter because you're only using that playlist for this purpose. And then add every video. It doesn't look like you have. Do you have any live streams in here? Oh, thank you, S. Never Them. Yeah, TuberChat used to only be like 2 hours, but lately it's been extending into almost 3 hours. So one playlist that's got all of your videos. Now, forgive the self-promotion. Oh, okay. When I go to my channel, you'll see, actually, I don't know if I have it on my front page still or not. I have a lot of playlists, but there's reason for this. Did I get rid of my main playlist there? Oh, here it is, all Kevin K videos. So this playlist, now I have 83 videos, which is like probably much, much longer than what your playlist is going to be. So what I'll do is I'll wait for you to come up with your playlist, and then I will give you something reasonable, like maybe this Wayback Playbacks. It's got 35 videos. They're all short. They're all 5 minutes or something. And then, oh, you don't know how to make a playlist? So let me, well, no, you have lots of playlists, so I know that, but forgive me. So I go to playlists, and I go to new playlist, and then I'm going to say all my videos. Oh, I'm in the wrong account. Sorry. I have to switch accounts for this. So I'm on my personal one now. I'm just going to go to YouTube Studio. Oh, how to live stream. Okay, never mind. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. I sometimes I rush, and I don't mean to do that. And just seem to be high energy all the time. Okay, so as far as live streaming, so you can get into that. I'll be happy to help you when you're ready to start that if you want to do that as well. And then, so yeah, you'll have a playlist named All My Videos or something like that. When you've got it done, just let me know. Are we already on Instagram? There you are. Oh, that was you leaving a comment for me somewhere else. Let's go back to yours. $90 videos. Holy smokes, more than I thought. If I go on about, okay, are you okay, sorry. So if you have, whenever you can get a playlist done, if you don't mind reaching out to me, obviously TuberChat's on again tomorrow, but if you don't have an Instagram, that's fine. I'm on Facebook or Twitter if you want to use those. If not, we'll conversate again in the next live stream when you can get there. What we'll do is I will run your playlist and I will send you another one as well. That's okay. All the social networks, you know, not everybody has everything. I don't use Snapchat. I have it, but I don't use it. There's a couple others that I don't use. I tend to be on most of them. And then, yeah, we can talk. So tomorrow, obviously, TuberChat is on. Hopefully you can make it again. It's going to be at this time. So it's starting 6 p.m. Eastern. Today was 4 p.m. Eastern. And then I'll be happy to go over that. If you have an opportunity to do a playlist between now and then, we could just make our arrangement right in there. And then we'll get you a lot of other playlist buddies as well. And you can just simply, if you want to make notes and keep a little schedule and say, okay, on Monday, you're going to run Kevin K. On Tuesday, you're going to run somebody else. Wednesday, you're going to run somebody else. Yeah, that's okay. Just vlogging life. We can just talk here if you'd like to in when it comes to the live streams, or yeah, if you find yourself using another social network in any way, then we can do that. Twitter, I don't even use that much. I have it, I use it, but I use it only for outgoing promotion. We're able to talk back and forth, or if you want, you can just simply, we can also text or email. The email for TuberChat is just, I'll type it in the thing here. tuberchat@mail.com is the email address for TuberChat. We could do that as well if you have that. And then we'll make those arrangements. And like I said, so right away, I'll swap with you first, and then you can swap playlists. You'll be hopefully comfortable in swapping with as many people as you like. Kristen will do it with you at least twice on her channel and Kira's channel if you'd like. Sioban's World is made for kids. Kristen, I noticed that a little bit earlier. Yeah, absolutely. Just vlogging life if you'd like to. I'll get it right away and then just retract the message. Not that it matters. And I'll email you shortly. Justvlogging.life@gmail.com. Perfect. PA, you're right. Time does fly. The Young Explorer. Good. Thank you for coming in. Okay, and thank you very much, everybody, for the time that you've spent today. I'm just going to wrap it up for today. I don't have anybody that's doing a growth stream where we can really go and connect. So our connections will continue on for a short little while today. And a few more minutes, you can clean up those connections, grab anybody that you haven't already got. But otherwise, I will wrap it up. And then thank you very much, and especially for becoming a member. I really, really appreciate your support and everything that you've done, especially over the last little while for tuberchat. Hopefully, I can be of even more value and help you with anything else that you need. And then thank you, Brandon, as well. Okay, thank you, everybody, for the time